Today's program began with a tour of the facilities, which included a live demonstration of the kind of innovative, minimally invasive procedures that will be a regular occurrence at this center. I'd now like to welcome the IRCAD founder and president, Professor Jacques Marisco, to share some words with us. Professor Marisco, you're welcome.
Question is, why an IRCAD in Africa and why an IRCAD in Rwanda? So let me just tell you an anecdote. An anecdote 10 years ago. I was at Stanford University as a visiting professor, and the chairman, a very good friend, Tom Scrummel, organized a light lunch for me with the most brilliant students from the medical school. And upon my interaction with these brilliant students, I was asked, how do I find my purpose in life? So I was so surprised by the question, but I immediately and spontaneous answer. Take just the time to reflect on your values and interests. Just ask yourself what is it that brings to you sense and joy and fulfillment. Be ambitious. Be ambitious enough to think and to make a positive impact on the world. And above all, never be satisfied of what you have achieved. Never hesitate to go beyond, to surpass yourself. Never hesitate to be ahead of your limits. Take a risk every day. Be crazy. And I know what when I say, it's be crazy. And catch any opportunity. Step out of the rules. Step out of the rules. And you will discover that the purpose of life is an evolving process of self-discovery, and most of all, it arrives in the most unexpected places. And today, it's the best example of the purpose of life. Not a personal one, but the one of a strong international team called the IRCAD family. IRCAD family refuses to accept the misfortune of 2.5 billion of the worldwide population who has no access to a safe surgery. It is unacceptable. The IRCAD family refuses to accept that most patients today in the world are still operated on in a very aggressive way. IRCAD family dreams about a better world for patients. And today, this dream becomes reality in Africa. So thank you, all of you, international faculty, industrial partners, all the generous donors from France, from America, from Africa. Remember, Madam First Lady, the charity business that you have organized. You had nearly $1 million in one evening. For me, when I try to do that, if I have 32,000 euros, I am happy. So it's not the same. So thank you, really, because we are going with you in Rwanda, all the technology applied to improve surgery, and cherry on the cake, we will do that in an outstanding environment. Many thanks to the talent of our architect, Patrick Schweitzer. What an exceptional challenge, Patrick, to mix African culture and new technology. Certainly, you will have again an award. But Patrick, you are an artist. So that means you never take care about cost. I don't know where you are. You never take care about time. And hopefully, you were assisted by Yannick. Yannick was in the front line on site. Many thanks to both of you. And all of you this morning in the auditorium, when you arrived this morning, when you have seen the building, you felt this wow effect. It is a jewel of architecture which precisely gives the standard image of this country. It will be a catalyst for all African surgeons and computer scientists. Finally, the most important thing I have to confess is that this project was only made possible thanks to the vision of our president. I say our president because my name is Shuti and you are my president also. You know, Mr. President, it's difficult to share with you the different emotions I experienced during several meetings I had with President Paul Kagame. It's difficult. I remember the first time my wife was terrorized. So she was unable to say, hello, Mr. President. I remember it was like that. Because you are an impressive person. What I have to say is that if it can be said that the most illustrious French politician of the 20th century was undoubtedly Charles de Gaulle, it cannot be seriously disputed that Paul Kagame is the most illustrious African head of state. That's true. I have no interest to flatter you, Mr. President, because today I don't look at any position in your government, except if you insist. But you are really, I say that from my heart, you are a providential man who develops the idea that Rwanda first and then Africa must conquer their dignity, taking their destiny into their own hands. You have resurrected this country, which has been declared by all the world clinically dead, and that deserves really our total respect. President Paul Kagame, you are showing to the world that a government can act as a private successful company, recruiting the best brilliant brains to form your ministries, and not only politicians. Today you have once more proven that thanks to your vision, Rwanda is going to be the light of Africa in the field of computer science and education in surgery. So thank you, Mr. President, to allow me to be part of this adventure. And IRCAD is just a piece. You have seen the project this morning shown by Minister of Health. It's just a piece because you have an ambitious project, and this ambitious project is Kigali Health City. And that will be done in less than 10 years. So I have also to thank you, dear Sabine. It's difficult to pronounce your real name, so dear Sabine, because you are dear Sabine, and so simple, Minister of Health. Thank you to the former Minister of Health, I work with. Thank you, President King, also Charles, David, and all your dedicated, strong local team here in Rwanda. For me, it's an amazing day. And I would like to thank you, all you in this auditorium, but I want also to say something. We need you. Your presence today reminds me a message from President John Fitzgerald Kennedy during his inaugural address in January 1961. That I copy in one of your interviews, Mr. President. My fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask for what you can do for your country. So today, dear friends, in this auditorium, all here, ask what you can do for IRCAD Africa. Murakoze.
Let me start by thanking Professor Jacques Marescaux, founder and president of IRCAD, Dr. King Kayondo, IRCAD Africa president, Dr. Guillaume Marescaux, IRCAD Africa vice president, faculty staff and supporters of IRCAD Africa. I'm very pleased to join you and welcome you to Kigali, which you have built in a way. Kigali, our capital city, is not just for Rwandans, it is for Africans, it is for friends from across the world, and people from who are the family of IRCAD and IRCAD Africa. We want you to feel that you are our family as well. So you're most welcome. So many things have been said. You know, for me personally, I have not been with the opportunity to be of a very significant talent in any field. But what I tried to do, I created an idea that maybe since I'm not talented in many things, I developed an idea that I should be talented in managing talent of others. So that's what enables me to, through friendship and what was said earlier, thank you, young Marisco, to remind me. We have a history, Rwanda's history weaves through all this that was said. First, for our country, every yesterday was expected to be the tomorrow. So, and that's how we were in one place of underdevelopment for a long time. Because what was yesterday was what was expected tomorrow. So we reversed the trend. We tried to say, how about having tomorrow as yesterday? Reversed to two things here, and the parts of the history I really want to speak to. While what has been happening in the past was expected to be happening in the future, we wanted to see the future as having arrived in the past and in our background and being something new. So that's how we came to embrace doing things in a manner that we have come to be used to. I remember in 1998, some of my friends who are into technology globally, in 1998, when we were trying to rebuild the country and we were talking about using information and communication technology, and so one of these friends, a very rich person and who is into technology, asked me, said, why would you be thinking of investing your nothing, more or less, because you had nothing, into technology when your people are starving, they have no health, they have no all kinds of stuff? And I told them, well, first of all, It was a group but led by one of my friends. I said, that's true. Our people are starving anyway. Our people have no good health. That's all true. But does keeping away technology really give them food? So I said, we are trying to invest the little we have, in a way that we divide it and spread it to cover food and cover health, but to cover technology which cuts across all of them. I saw somebody use the multiplier effect term. I said technology has a multiplier effect. It doesn't take away anything from anybody in any case. So that's how we started developing this idea. And now I'm leading to saying, Professor Maresco, if could have chosen to go somewhere else, not in Rwanda, and that's the story he told. I wanted to thank you for taking the risk in trusting us. But I think maybe it is high risk. It has also become high reward. And it has benefited the Rwandans in a way probably you will never realize, and the Marescos and the others who work with you at IRCAD International and others who join you because they understand the cause and the vision you have, but more so the vision to use the tools to advance knowledge, to advance technology, and to bring it to places where it is not expected. Because, many people, once they say for this, they say, well, Africa, in many cases, is not deserving, or it comes as a second thought, as an afterthought every time in many conversations. But the fact that you said, no, this is not going to be an afterthought, but let's take it to Africa, well, and above all, that's why I called it high risk. In Africa, you chose Rwanda. There must have been something that was connecting you with us to believe in us but it was to try and close these gaps that have existed with our people, the people of this country, the people of the continent, and others on other continents. I think it was a combination of value and values. So I wanted to specifically thank you for that, and you will not be disappointed. Even at a personal level, you feel that what you invested in has had a huge effect in changing many people's lives through improved and access to health and of a certain high level that was not expected, that people never thought about. So my other pleasant thing here is that what you have created this IRCAD Africa indeed is not serving Rwanda alone. It is serving Africa, and it is also improving and taking beyond the talent we have in Africa to a much higher level. I'm sure you've seen those who have been here coming from across Africa, you know, of a very, very high standard in their fields and area of talent. So bringing people together and bringing them together in our country here and around this center of excellence has limitless value in our understanding and feeling. So when I entered this room, I first wondered whether I was in Strasbourg, because when you invited me and came to Strasbourg to IRCAD, and had the pleasure and honor of being honored there by being recognized in a way you did. We are very happy to be associated in this way and in any other way because of what this stands for. The training program in minimal invasive surgery that we have come to fully understand and see the effects of in many ways is something that is going to change lives to a very high degree, and again, you should be thanked for that, all those who have contributed to not only its development, but also to mainstreaming it in the practice of surgery and the effects it has had on health. So you were saying, talking about being Rwandan, I invite everyone here, wherever you have come from, to be, as I said, we are a family, so you should be Rwandan in all senses, I mean. If you want a passport, the next day you can have it. And maybe Minister of Health the next day. I'm not threatening your job. I'm only saying you could have 2, 3 ministers or 4 in addition to your position. And this encourages us to keep investing in significantly in the public health infrastructure, and knowing that there are no limits in terms of quality, and therefore we should also make sure there are no limits in terms of quantity, so that it goes around and reaches everyone as the case should be. Let's continue bringing together the best and the brightest that we have, especially across Africa, in Rwanda, and working with those from across the rest of the world. That's how we can build a better world for all of us to live in. So I really just came here to express my gratitude and promise that we will work with all of us together the rest of the journey that is ahead of us, that is long, and with the people like there are in this room, I think we can keep making tomorrow yesterday. Thank you very much.
I would like to invite my 4 grandkids, Chloé, Emma, Margot, and Louis, because they have 2 gifts, and also Professor Coccione was a gift from the international faculty. So first for the president, that is the protocol, not the first lady, first the president. Please come and give to the president. You can have a word if you want.
Murakaza Neza, President Paul Kagame. This is a little gift coming from France by all the family.
Yes, His Excellency, Mr. President, is a great honor on behalf of the member of International Faculty of this first course in IRCAD Africa to offer you this small gift coming from Marinella Boutique in Naples, it's my city. And Marinella Boutique is a well-known boutique in all the world, and more than 150 years is working always for the elegancy for the men. Accessory for the man, and wear for the man. And this one is a special done for you to memorize this special day. Thank you so much. Thank you.